Good morning, my friends. How are you? So, I want to just check in with you about my getting back to doing daily video. So, for those of you who are just joining for the first time, I have been doing this video in the morning since actual live video came out. So, it wasn't even on Facebook, it was on Periscope when I started. And it was, and at the time, it was, oh gosh, it was like 9 years ago. And it was at that time I was doing workouts. I was doing a Be Awesome workout. And I called it a Be Awesome workout because I I was recovering from a back breaking. And I was like, what can I do every day? And I was trying to think, and I said, the only thing I could think about to do every day would be working out. And my history is in fitness, so in wellness. So I decided I would do a workout. And then I named it Be Awesome Workout because I figured, like, at first I was like, oh my God, you can't do video, Kate. Like, you're overweight. And I said, but most people are my size. And if we call it Be Awesome, what we're saying is, like, I'm working out, I'm moving for the benefit of me and being the best me I can be. And it wasn't like, oh, look at my amazing body, aren't I amazing? And so I did it every day, and I did that for years. And then when I started doing more training and more involvement, I kind of meshed it from the wellness fusion into the business strategies fusion. And that went on for a long time. And that is actually where I kind of stayed. When I started getting into the time optimization, the time and money freedom, that was when I started incorporating the concept of rituals. And for rituals, it was, as we have talked about, right? So Sundays is reset, Mondays is investigate, Tuesdays is touch, Wednesdays is up level, Thursdays is act, Fridays is learn, and then Saturdays is self care. So I follow that as my background, and I've done that for 3 years now. Now, last year when Lent came, I took a pause from social media altogether because as I was learning more and more about our brains and what happens to us when we're looking for the clicks and looking for who comments and all that kind of thing, how we get like addicted to like that dopamine rush. And I realized that I was, and it was stressing me out if nobody came or if it was a small interaction or whatever. So, anyways, I'm telling you this series because I want you to know, like, you don't start out completely comfortable doing this, and you don't start out like feeling like you have all the answers at all. Now, when I've been training, and my business partner will say to me, so that's Patricia Mercado, when we started doing our real law state with Patty and Kate, and she said, and I'd say, like, come on, Patty, like, you'll be fine. Like, we're just going to do video. And I said, remember, like, we can delete it at any time, right? So it's a live video. You can delete it at any time. So, like, I think this week I did one and I didn't know that it was live, right? Who's on that one? And I was like getting myself set up, looking at all the different things. And then I realized it was live. So I deleted that right away. So the 7 or 8 people that watched it live got to see me setting up. Some people even liked it. So thank you for that. But I was like, I'm not leaving this out there, of course, right? So, anyways, you can always delete. Now, what are some tools that will help you get started? So, anyways, let me just tell you the benefits of starting again. So, I've started probably at the beginning of this year. That was like, I'm coming back. And the response has been so cool. I had someone reach out and say that when I did the time tracking episode, that really got her fired up to start figuring out the time tracking. And we had a consult together, and I'm going to send her my stuff, and she can like pick and choose what she wants and leave the rest, right? That's what I always say about any educational thing is it's not all going to be for you, but take what is. So that I've seen people back that I haven't talked to in a while saying, hey, I saw you on video, just wanted to circle back, see how things are going. And then, and then I've had some feedback that is like, all right, your title should be a little bit more positive. Positivity is what it's about, blah, blah, blah. So people have been feeding back. And that's what we want to establish, right? We want to know that we're connecting with people. And in my life, like, there's a lot of times that I can't have a ton of one-on-one in-person interaction because of my schedule. So, like, having this connection has been something that's been really awesome for me. And I think it's also, uh, a great way of communicating. So I put in there the 3 things that I think are the other benefits that we never really thought about. And the first is as you are speaking, you're thinking about what you're going to say next. So you have this brain activity where, it's not like a planned speech where you know what you're going to say, you have it written down, you're reading what you're going to say, and you're elaborating. It's more off the cuff. So you become a better communicator because I'm thinking about what I'm going to say before I say it, and my brain is doing some complex communicating. And the second thing is that you can do it from anywhere, right? So it's if you're out on the road, or a lot of times it's like those local videos are so cool. I've noticed some people doing some live stories, and it's kind of like a like here I am kind of thing, and this is what I stand for. And I think those are awesome, and you can do them from anywhere. And then the third thing is that, as I said, you can always delete if it's live. So if you don't like it, you can delete it. You will find that you improve as you go along. And so I really, really recommend that we build in to our communication and part of our strategies for our branding, getting in front of people in this way. All right. So I want to show you a present that I have that I got from Cheryl DiGirolamo, who I spoke about this week already. So love you, Cheryl. So this was one of the thank you gifts for doing the class with them about training on a lot of this stuff. So the first was, and I'll tell you the story behind this, is like so this is a little kit. It was $25 according to the price tag. So this is, you can get all of this for $25. So it's I don't have a battery in it. I didn't check the battery. So let me just see if it's working. No. So this is something that the light goes on, and you clip it right where you're like, so this would be like right where the camera is. So it adds a little extra light. So I was talking about this to the class, and she said, oh, I have a ring light. And I clicked it right on, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to use it for the rest of the class. Look how I just brightened up. So that's the first thing. Now that goes on the camera. That can also go on your iPhone. It's actually structured so that you can use it anywhere, and it will give you a little bit of a little boost. Now this and this go together. This is the cutest tripod ever. And this is where you would put this on top, and you could have a stand, and you could put it anywhere. And there's a few of these things, like if you like this and you end up liking it more, like that have like the legs that you can attach to things. I have something that is like a claw and can attach to anything. So I can set up, using my tilt anywhere to get that piece. The next piece is that for those of you that, oopsies, I just pulled it out, but this is, I'm going to just show you what it is. I'm not going to take off the cover. You clip this to your phone over your camera, and this gives you a wide angle lens, right? So it's something that it's a really cool little feature, and it's easy breezy to use. And I've used them in the past, and I love them. And there's an extra one of those. And then there was one more piece, and I don't know what it was. It was little, so I'm guessing it was a connector to one of these things. But anyway, so that was $25. I don't know where she got it. You can ask her. And I don't even know if that's the price she paid, but that's what I saw as a price tag. So I love it. And this right here, just even having that light on gives you like a little boost of confidence, and knowing that you can set up anywhere with your iPhone or your Android, my Android friends, any phone, right? Any little camera, oh, here we go, like this, right? So that's the bottom of it. And, this is enough to get you started. You do not need anything fancy. Right now on this particular thing, this call, I am using a Logitech webcam. I can't show you it because I'm using it. So I will show you the difference, okay? So let me go to my video settings. Settings. All right, so I'm going to go to the video settings, and I'm going to change it to my camera, my computer, right? So this is what it would look like just with a computer, okay? So not bad, totally manageable. You know what? It's when you're getting started, you don't even need it. And then this is with the webcam. So you see that it has a little bit more light, and it's also used. I use it for the audio. So that's like $139. So again, totally not necessary, but something that is available. There's other kinds out there. I've used a bunch of different kinds. I've done a ton of research, purchasing, right, shopping for these kinds of things. And what I can tell you is this is plenty to get started. And I just challenge you to do it, right? Challenge yourself to find a spot. Now this again, I in my office that I sold, I put in a whole big studio with beautiful lights and everything like that. When I came, and this is a home office, we're building a bigger studio, but right now, this is one of the kids' bedrooms, was, right? She no longer can sleep in here, but it's just something simple. This is a blackout light thing so that it doesn't pull the lights. I've been trying to get the wrinkles out. It's taking me a while, and I'm going to keep on working on it. And I brought the bookcase from before, but I kept it really simple. Before I had like strategically all my awards and all that kind of thing, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. I just want it to be simple. I want it to be happy. So that's what I have back there, and so it's simple right now. And it can always get more elaborate. And sometimes people like, I don't want to do a talking face. I want to make a setup, right? So if that's the case, use something like this that you can put anywhere that will give you better lighting. And anyway, these are just some tips. I think that it's the easiest thing to amplify your message out there. And it also increases your skills. So if I can sit here and think about what I'm going to say next to you, think about how it's going to be when I'm in a buyer or seller interview. And I will be able to sit there and like really process what they're saying, realize like I'm not supposed to be just throwing up every little bit of information I have on this. I'm really going to be able to stop and listen and hear their needs, be able to in lockstep figure out how to connect to them on that question. It makes me a better professional, and it will make you a better professional too. So let's see them out there. If you want to practice, one of the things I did in one of the classes I taught was I said, on Facebook, you can set it up for putting it on, share it with just myself. It can be private, so no one even sees it, or you can share it with me. I remember with one person, I said the next 5 days you're going to live stream just to me. And the first day she was shaking and she was scared. And then by the time I get to the fifth day, she was figuring out the lighting and the tilt and the all that kind of good stuff. So I am open, like send them to me. I will respond to them and give you feedback, both positive and instructive. And that's also positive in my opinion, by the way. Anyway, all good. Let's do this, guys. And I am so grateful for you. And I will be in touch on Monday. Okay. Have an amazing weekend. Make it an amazing weekend.